don't know if you've met Scott. He's on the 10 o'clock call Eastern time. What state are you in?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cool. You guys are in Eastern, right?
Yeah, Eastern.
Yeah. So, yeah, he does the 10 a.m. call, and we just we're not. There's like one or two that will be in his, and like one or two in mine. So we're probably just going to combine them at 10 a.m. And the idea of this call is to basically either underwrite and something that you have, like you have it, like your VA sends you one, you call, you get some information, and then we have the jot form that you fill out, and we just look at the deal, right? We see what the situation is, what's the timeline, and then we structure a cash offer first for you so that you can make a confident cash offer. And then if cash doesn't work, then we'll go other routes, right? We can go creative and all the other different directions that you could possibly go, right? So that's this goal, because the reason, we are doing this all in one is because, we get a lot of people that reach out to joint venture, JV and stuff. And it's like, you got something in the middle of nowhere, or, you're way too high. Like you can't sell contracts in places that nobody lives. You can't sell contracts that are too high. And part of it is education, but sometimes it's just resources. So that's why we're both, right? We're trying to give out the resource and the education so that you can come together, make it happen. And then we can help you dispose the deal if you'd like, or you can sell it yourself, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, the goal is not to get a signature. Anybody can get something locked up, but do you have something that's sellable, right? Or would you buy it yourself? Would you feel comfortable putting your money onto it? Because if you don't, probably the next person probably wouldn't either,
Yeah.
So that's the goal for these calls. And so at this point, right, it's like, yeah, if we don't have any deals to look at, we're just talking hypotheticals. Dalton, what's going on? Who else? Chandler, what's going on?
So much.
Dalton, you got anything you're working on? Dalton's working. He's always working. Yeah. So have your VA started calling, Steve, or your VA?
Yeah. So I got a couple of leads in, like land leads though. So I don't really know.
Land leads. Okay. So I mean, are they at least in like major cities? Because yeah, that is one thing about the cold calling. In the good cities, like the major cities, you'll always get someone that's like, yeah, I want to sell. And those guys are usually the ones, they don't even tell you it's just land. And then you look at it and you're like, hey, is this land? So the main questions for land is was there a house on it before, right?
Yeah.
Is there access to utilities? Is it, public? Is it connected to the city sewer? Yeah. Is there a ton of trees on it, right? What does the grade look like? I mean, and then, if you were, so the people who sell land mostly sell that is like, so wholesaling, right? The idea of wholesaling is you don't need cash. Well, to sell a land deal, you probably do need cash, because the people who do it successfully and do that niche, they'll take that property from that person, for example, and they will pull the permits in the county. They'll do all the stuff that the developer doesn't want to do, right? The developer wants to roll up the truck and build. So the person who's in the middle is the one that's going to, get the architectural designs, or, I mean, you wouldn't want to do it without having a relationship with the end user, right? You wouldn't just willy-nilly start doing that. But those guys that are in that space, that's what they do. So it does require that money to, pull these permits, get architectural designs, right? If you can put a townhouse on it, like whatever the case. And then they sell that marked up to the developer so the developer can just roll up the truck and go, right? Because people who develop don't want to pay interest for a year and a half while the county works out, the paperwork, whatever it is, right? So,
Hey, fuck the beach.
Okay. Let's see. All right, that person's out of here. People love the trolls. This could be troll central when we're out here on stream. Yeah, it happens. To see
what they did.
Well, I think you just said something. Did I imagine that, or did I?
I heard something.
asked if it was close to the beach, is what I heard.
I don't think that's what he said.
Oh,
that was the positive take from it. But it's because we're streaming right now on YouTube and LinkedIn, so there's like a bunch of randos that will hop in. Yeah, it wasn't Dalton. Yeah, we know. I didn't remember. Hi, Ellie. How's it going? Eli or Ellie? I'm sorry. I don't if I missed it. Are you there? Diana, are you there? Welcome. You guys are welcome to unmute. Does anybody have something they're working on? Something they're interested in, have a question about, the property they're looking at? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I was telling you, I was telling you, Steve, but just so everybody knows, this call, we're going to just do it at 10 a.m. Eastern 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Scott. Sometimes I'll hop on it, but right now there's no reason for us to do 2 calls. We can usually probably handle all the calls in 1 hour. So we're going to move this one. So I'm putting this one into the sunset. We're sailing off. Probably bring it back at some point, but not necessary right now. And then also, Steve, do you know how to fill out that job form? You know how to do all that?
I watched the video, so I had a question. In part of the blueprint, it says to send the info to, I guess, I don't know if it's Nathan or you guys, to create a job form. But then I'm also seeing the Investor Drive one. Are we using the Investor Drive one, or are we using our own?
That's saying that if you would like to run Google Ads or to do something, as far as marketing goes, you can create your own job forms. But the Investor Thrive one is where you should submit.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
What in the world?
Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to remove this person. Yes, that's what happens. Let me see. I need to figure. I say this every time that happens, that I need to put more restrictions on who can enter, but it doesn't really matter. They're just trolls. But yeah, so Steve, you should use the Investor Thrive one and fill it out with all the the details, so that we can really not talk hypotheticals, right? Like, hey, this is the situation, timeline, this is the these are the photos, if you can get those, all this, so we can actually structure a deal. Ben, are you in here?
Yeah, I'm going to drop off. I have a call with Scott.
Cool. Awesome.
So, thanks. Good to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you, man. Look forward to working with you.
Yep.
Yeah. Ben, you got anything going on? Ben, you there? You can unmute yourself if you'd like. I just was curious. I know if you had a deal you're working on, or if you had anything you were interested in. Any questions? Okay. Free class. What does UWU mean? Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any deals right now. That we're working on. I could underwrite some other deals in the business, but what I really need to do is go and make some offers. That's what we should all be doing. Okay, cool. He left. Yeah, just get some randos on here. But let me see. 1 second. What you doing this weekend, Chandler? You got something exciting going on?
What's that?
You doing anything cool for the weekend?
No, not yet.
Nah. Well, I don't know. Just some family activities. My children, I'm sure. If I go to a park or
Yeah,
who knows,
nice weather.
What's that?
Pretty nice weather. So
Yeah, we're having some pretty killer weather here in Atlanta. So do some yard work, do some kid stuff.
yeah, hard work today.
What's that?
I'm gonna do yard work today.
There you go. Well, okay, Dalton, there you go. There you go, Dalton. I was about to leave right in time. So, Dalton, you want me to underwrite this, or you want me to what you looking for out of this one? Give me some situational stuff. Let's see. Lake Worth, Florida. I assume you're working. Yeah, can't tell if you can look this up. Asking prices undetermined by anchor her around 200 needs kitchen bathroom. Okay. Well, let's take a look. 200 sounds like it could be a good deal. I guess let me share my screen. 1 second. So 32, 1400, 1957. Sold in 1999 for $78,000. Those were the good old days. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. Lake Worth is, I believe, close to Fort Lauderdale, right? West Palm. Okay, so a little north of Fort Lauderdale. Cool. Okay, this is a great spot. Ballin' spot right there. So that's good news. Definitely a good location. All right, well, let's take a look and see what kind of junk is selling around here. Okay. So you're pushed up against 95. So that's always, you're pretty far away, so you don't have too much noise or anything. So let's see, 428. What is this? 1956. So this is like real good comp. And so this one is, let's see, yours was, I'm pretty sure a cinder block as well. It has to be this close to the beach. There's no way it's a wood frame house. Is this on the major road though? That's the question. Not quite. So it's a good spot. All right. So I mean, let's look over here. Okay, so you do have one neighbor in between you and, well, you can't get better accessibility to 95 than that, huh? Freaking one turn and you're on the interstate flying. So 200 was a freaking solid anchor there, mate. I will say, if you can get it for 200, I don't even have to look at the deal. It's a deal. It needs a kitchen and a bathroom. So let's see what this other one sold for. So this one was probably a homeowner that sold this one we looked at. Let me see. Yeah, so I mean, these are all pretty similar looking homes. Elver. I'd be getting nervous letting these people in. Elver, how you doing? You there, Elver? How's it going? You there? Okay, needs kitchen, bathroom, paint, carpet as well. He wasn't very happy about it, but he wasn't far from the south. But wouldn't give it asking. Yo, Elver, what's going on? You there? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna mute you. You got a deal you're looking at or interested in having comms? Okay, I'm just gonna mute you. So this one is a 3.2 1800. I'm just curious if this was this looks like a homeowner, right? This is not a flip. And this I'm wondering if it has a pool. That was the reason I really wanted to look. I mean, obviously it's very clean, very nice lived in home. Anybody would be happy to live here, but it's definitely not a flip. It's got a good little washroom, as they say in Georgia. Look at this washroom. And I don't know, somebody looks like they popped the ceiling on it, so that's good. Nice in the high ceilings. But nothing crazy here. Nothing crazy. So that's good count. Elver, what's going on? Can you hear me? I'm about to bump you. Okay. I'm just gonna remove you. Not talking. So, I mean, let's see, 200. Obviously, that'd be a great deal. We don't know how much work it needs, so we're in the hypotheticals again. I don't know why on the stream here that it doesn't show the screen I'm sharing. It's really annoying. Let me see if I can fix that.
And I'm doing some service calls. That's why I've been typing. But
No, that's cool. Yeah.
This one's rented for $2,300. I'm not renting that.
Oh, it's rented.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they say it needs a kitchen and a bathroom, they're saying like once the person moves out, or this person's in there living and they are like having issues with it.
Not that they're having issues. He just said it's old.
Yeah. Okay. So I assume you saw this comp. I don't know if you looked. Maybe you didn't. But this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
428, right? So this is not a flip. It was a really nice house, right? I mean, not really nice, but it's nice. It's a touch bigger, but not much. So, well, let's run some rental numbers before we run flip numbers. And do you know what the lease agreement is? When does it end? Stuff like that.
I forgot that.
Okay.
He really didn't give me much. I got a scheduled call next week for him, Thursday or Friday. So he'll have a price for me then.
All right.
I tried to get it out of him, but it was a 20-minute phone call. We didn't really get nowhere. So
shoot, yeah, it's really tough, right? Because you're trying to squeeze, trying to squeeze juice out of a turd right now with some of these, and it's tough. So 22 is under rented, so that could be good, beneficial, could be bad depending upon the length of the lease. But let's just look at some numbers. Target price. I mean, I'm thinking he's going to want a lot more, but let's just say 225. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good safe number. And let's say kitchen and a bath. I mean, if it needs 2 bathrooms, really depends on the level of repairs, right? I mean, it could be simple stuff, could be major. I don't know. Let's just say it needs 25K. It's all hypothetical right now. 23 is where he's at. Could be worth more. And let's say this person at this price point, I doubt anybody would buy it cash, but probably put a fat down payment on it. 50%, borrow from the rest from the bank, 6%, which is what you're getting them for. And expenses are probably a little higher, by $300 a month. Like that includes taxes annually broken apart month by month. So, I mean, that is a good cash on cash return at 225, 8.8%. you're cash flowing. If that's, I mean, this is all hypothetical, but 30% is really what most people would put, maybe would put down for a bank loan. Against 6%. So I mean, this is a good deal. Your cash on cash is good at that price. Now, if we start to creep up to, you know, the numbers he probably wants, which is 350, which is, I'm guessing, is what this person is going to end up being like, I want 350. Then these numbers are not going to be as hot. Yeah, so now we're at 2% cash. But if you could get the rents up to 2,700 like everybody else, you know, it's, yeah. So it really depends what he wants, and it really depends on the level of repair. But if he's open to anywhere in the lower 300s, I mean, it's pretty close. Let me look at the notes or the comments here 1 second. He wasn't, okay. Yeah, so I mean, we definitely need more information. 200 is a steal of a deal. 300 could work. It depends on the level of repair. But yeah, Dalton, let's definitely talk about this one as you get closer to that call. Definitely go for the cash offer first, get the no, and then go from there.
I'll get you more information next week for sure.
Yeah, but this is definitely a great spot. Great, looks like, yeah. I mean, this could be a good deal. So stay on top of that one.
Seems like something good to bring up to you. I'm not too familiar with the Florida yet, but
Well,
we're getting there.
the biggest thing you need to be familiar with is how this right here, baby. You're a couple miles from the beach, so that's good.
Right.
Florida's already hot as it is, but I guess it's really not. It is a couple miles from the beach, but still, great spot. Super good access to 95. Super desirable spot. So we're at least in the right neighborhood for sure. Cool. Well, yeah, Dalton. I think I'm going to drop this 1 o'clock call, so we'll be doing the 10 a.m. calls with Scott. That's pretty early for you, but you know, of course, when you have questions and stuff, reach out to me and we'll make time for you. But yeah, sweet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's early for you, right? 10 Eastern.
Where's he at?
That's 8. Not too bad. Okay, cool. He's in Utah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, I mean, again, fill out those forms, right? And when you have a form filled out, right? Like, I mean, we'll make it work for you if you got something. But yeah, that'll be the call. I'm sailing this call into the sunset for now because we spread them out, and you know, I get like 1 or 2 people, and then he gets 1 or 2. So we're just gonna try to do it all in one call. But you know, we'll make it work. But you guys have a good weekend. If you got any questions, anything, hit me up on Facebook. Discord, I'm usually not as reliable on. So reach out to me on Facebook and message me. I will be much better at responding at that. And we'll see you guys.
All right.
All right, fellas. Be good.